What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about positive mental attitude and how important it is. So I've been reading a lot of books and listening to a lot of audiobooks. Not as much as I wish I could. I'm skimming a lot and really it's not as much as you think. Like you may see these piles of books behind me, but I'm really not really getting through them at all. But regardless, I'm spending some time to read these things, and oftentimes the people behind them, they've achieved enormous success in life, and some of them have been in worse situations, worse places in life than most of you out there, and they've gotten through it and achieved their success and results. And one of the big things that a lot of them say is having a positive mental attitude. One of the big ones is Napoleon Hill. If you guys don't know who he is, he's this man who went around the globe and he studied the most successful, richest people of all time for free. He was commissioned for free by Andrew Carnegie to do it. And he was told he wasn't going to get paid for it, but he was like, I'm going to do it. And Andrew Carnegie at the time, he was the richest person on earth. And he said, I'm going to make you do this, but I'm not paying you a cent. And if you adjust for inflation, Andrew Carnegie, he had more money than Bill Gates does now. He was a steel baron and he had billions upon billions of dollars. And he introduced Napoleon Hill to a bunch of very successful people, including Thomas Edison and Henry Ford and so on. And so he wrote this book, and one of the key points he makes is how important attitude it is. And after reading all this stuff about how important your mindset is and how it affects your thoughts, and watching a lot of videos on YouTube about it, there's this fantastic video, this motivational video by Will Smith about it, and it's just very amazing. And for me, it's very tough to rewire myself to do that, because I think I'm like a lot of people who are just naturally wired to think negatively, or focus on the negative. And I've been reading a lot about science and listening to a lot of it. And the reason behind that, there's this great book called Hardwiring Happiness. Well, it's an okay book. It's not that good. And one of the things said in the book is, the reason why most humans are wired to focus on the negative is because if we did not, and we just focused on the positive, that would get us killed. Because that one negative thing could have resulted in our death, whether it was we got eaten or killed, rather than if we had focused on a positive, and we neglected the negative, that would have been horrendous. So that's why most of us have this negative focus. So rewiring that takes a lot of work, and in this society, I think now focusing on a positive can really help us tremendously, especially because if you focus too deeply on negative, you can end up in a very toxic downward spiral from experience, and that's not effective for sure, especially nowadays in this society. So again, this video was really inspired by some videos I saw on YouTube today. This is kind of off topic, but I saw Kung Fury like 3 times. It was just released a few days ago. If you guys haven't heard of it, check it out. It's this amazing movie, and it's just outstanding. It's on YouTube for free, but this video wasn't inspired by that. It was more so inspired by 2 things. One was this video by this homeless man. It got pretty viral pretty quickly. It has 100,000 views already, and people are upvoting it like crazy. And I watched it, and it was basically this man telling, moaning about his life and how all these bad things happened to him, and how the world is at fault for it, and how, things aren't going his way, and everyone's against him. And that's the type of mindset that I'm trying to rewire my brain to stay away from. It's very easy to fall into that. It's very easy to blame everyone else for your situation. I think it's my natural state and a lot of people's natural state. And I think the video got a lot of press and upvotes because there were some truths in it. Things like the fact that the world is so digitalized now, and no one, uh, they place less emphasis on relationships. And he talks about how he had 200 friends on Facebook, but no one wanted to talk to him. And when he reached out, no one wanted to return his calls or call him. Um, and it was a bit of a sob story, which may be why it got a lot of press and a lot of views. But for me, um, that's something I'm trying to stay away from. And the more and more I listen to success podcasts from all these successful people,